All right, back with Lonnie Hutchins. As I told you, he would be here and is. And Lonnie, how you been doing?
I've been doing wonderful, Pat. Good morning. Good to be here.
Beautiful day.
Love to see that sunshine out there this morning.
I know, it's beautiful outside.
Yes, indeed. It's supposed to get up in the 70s over the weekend, I hear.
It is. I see some barbecuing time coming up.
I do that, and I also see the possibility of launching the boat.
Oh, yeah.
I have a submarine with a screen door on it.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Lonnie, you are here for the L.E.A.F project, which you've been doing how many years now?
This is our 10th year, Pat.
10 years.
10 years.
That comes up in July.
Yes, we run July 18th, which is a Saturday. Then we'll take Sunday off.
Right.
And then we go right through July 20th to the 26th.
Now, in the original press releases I've gotten, it said that you were taking names until I think May 30th.
Yeah, we're accepting applications to the end of May, or May 29th or May 30th, yes.
I'm surprised
And,
you wouldn't be filled up already.
Well, I'll tell you what, I believe we have something like 47 applications at this time, and we're still accepting applications. Let's give you a little idea of what we did last year.
Okay, please.
Okay? Last year we received 74 applications. Of those 74 applications, the 46 of them met our criteria. Our criteria is safety, and if the weather's coming in on your residence, and health conditions and things on this order. And these are things that are top priority on our list. Okay. Insurance companies are starting to dictate to us what we can do and what we can't do. Of course, we're not allowed to go over a single story now. We used to be able to get up in the world, but we can't do that anymore.
Right.
Of those 74 applications, 46 job sites were picked that we were able to do. Of those 46 job sites, 96 jobs were completed in their entirety.
Wow.
Okay. We averaged.
No, wait. Now, how does that figure? Explain that to me. 40 out of 46.
Okay. If you were to apply, maybe you have 2 or 3 items you need looked at
per house, like okay.
Yes. And we're able to do, say, 2 of those 3 items.
Okay.
Then, okay, that's 2 jobs.
Okay.
We've done.
I didn't realize that you did more than 1 per house.
We try to do as much as we can for each resident.
Okay.
As much as we can. So, out of 46 different homes, 92 jobs were completed. So that's a pretty good number.
That's very big.
That's an awesome number. We averaged putting 51 people from sunrise to sunset out on the street working, not counting our kitchen staff and our office staff.
Right.
And every one of these are volunteers. We've had contractors driving in from Youngstown. We've had them driving in from Menor, and maybe they're only spending a day or 2 with us. Mm-hmm. But they're bringing their materials, they're bringing their knowledge, and it just works out well.
Do you not bring in like the young people from other?
Yes, we do. We very much encourage youth.
Yeah.
We have some age requirements there, and we also follow the Methodist requirements as far as chaperoning goes and whatnot. Now, if you were to bring a youth group in,
right?
Okay, no matter the number, okay, we find a place for you to stay. That's with shower facilities and a place to sleep. We provide all of your meals for you. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
Okay. And we also provide you with a shirt, and then we also provide you with work.
Yeah.
But we feed you spiritually as well as physically. Mm-hmm. And we do this, like if I were to come to your residence and work, okay, you would be expected as a resident, you would be expected to have lunch with us. We would invite you to have lunch with us. Mm-hmm. I don't care how many people are in your home. Everybody's going to get fed.
Really?
He feeds all. Everybody's going to get fed. And you're invited to come to dinner with us. You're invited to all 3 meals a day if you wish.
Now your dinners are held at St.
At Cabrini.
Cabrini.
Yes.
And that is all volunteer too then?
That is all volunteer. All of your food, a lot of the food is donated.
I was going to ask you how you got the food.
Yeah, a lot of the food is donated. I would say 75% of it is purchased. We have to buy that outright.
Now, where do you get the money to do all that?
Well, incoming groups pay, if you were to take a group to another mission trip, say you're going to Tennessee or somewhere on a mission trip, you're going to pay on an average of $350 to $450 per person per week. When you come to Conneaut, you're paying about $150.
Okay.
What that covers is all of your meals. That covers a place for you to stay. It covers your shirt, and it also covers your insurance. Insurances have become a very big thing with us.
I imagine you'd have to have that because
Yes.
of injuries and
Yes, and we have been very blessed. I don't believe we've ever used it yet.
good.
We have been very blessed. When you take the number of volunteers you have out on the street and doing the work they're doing, that's just a fantastic
I
record.
think it was last year or the year before, you told me that you've gotten away from doing things on the roof.
We're starting to shy away from that. If it's over a story, we cannot do it. If it's over a single-story residence.
That's a state requirement? Or
That is an insurance
insurance
requirement.
requirement?
Yes,
Okay.
that's an insurance requirement. Yes.
Wow.
And
I just can't believe how much stuff you get done in a week. It
well,
amazes me.
let me give you a rough idea. Last year we painted 2 residences in their entirety. That's trim and everything. We did a lot of yard cleanup. Did you know, every community has its good and every community has its bad. I don't care where you're at.
Right.
It's there, right? But when you come to Conneaut, it's a different world. I would say that our community very much outnumbers the bad. The good very much outnumbers the bad.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy opened the compost site for us, and all we had to do was give him a call. He would drive over and meet us at the gate. We're cleaning yards left and right, and this guy's coming over. Every time he turns around, he's coming over for us.
No kidding.
And at no cost. They just do it for us.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Building permits. Our building permits, we list our building permits with the city, and they make a list of them for us, and they keep track of us. And we try to keep track of them. For example, I believe we have 2 residents that they've asked if there's something we can do with. These folks are having hard times and whatnot, and their residents are getting very deplorable in look. And so they're looking at possibly asking us, can you paint it? Can you help us? Can you help side it or something? And certain things we can do.
Now, do you have to pay for the building permits with the city?
No, sir, we do not.
They donate that?
They donate. The city donates the building
Excellent.
permittage.
Excellent.
Yes.
What about,
They've been very gracious on that.
is there income stipulation or anything for these homes? You know what I mean?
I won't do a financial background check on you or any other person that would be coming that applies.
Really?
You can pretty much tell how things are,
Yeah.
and you know that when a person applies, they know the criteria prior to their applying for assistance.
Okay.
And there is and there isn't. You know, we look at things like for a cosmetic improvement. Okay, if that's asked for by the city, we try and help the city if we can. If at all possible, we'll help.
One hand washes the other. Really.
Yes, I believe we went through something like I think it was something like 110 or 115 gallons of paint last year.
Wow.
You know, that we were able to assist and put on.
I'm going to dive into this coffee now, Lonnie.
Do so. Enjoy it. You'd be surprised. You know, you get kids. Youth are a very exploding adventure in a project like this. You're going to find some that have no idea what they're doing. And by midweek, these guys, they're professional painters.
They learn.
And they learn so quickly, and they work so well together. So, and it just works that way. And it's not from the Methodist Church, it's from the Lutheran Church, it's from the Catholic Church, it's from all community. You know, it is such a wide open area. I invite any church, please come and join us.
Now, tell us about, so people can get it, in case they're not aware of this. You meet for breakfast in the morning.
Right.
Is that still at St. Mary's, or is
That's down at Cabrini. Everything is held at Cabrini
okay,
now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it
held
used to be.
It used to be St. Mary's,
Okay.
and then St. Mary's shifted over to Wildfire, which
That's
was
right.
fine.
That's right. Yeah.
Which was fine, and we were able to move down to Cabrini.
Okay.
And what we do is we meet there around the 7 o'clock in the morning area.
I've seen you guys. I mean, I've driven by there coming to work, and they were setting up probably for breakfast. That's usually about 6:30.
Sure.
And
Yes.
I'd see cars there and stuff,
Yes.
activity going on.
Then you'll have the blessing of breakfast. We enjoy our breakfast. Then you'll have a very light church service, a morning religious time, and it's meant to be in an uplifting atmosphere. And you'd be surprised, boy, that the kids and the adults as well. Folks my age, you see them sitting there, you see their toes tapping. Okay. Then the next thing you know, you'll see them stand up singing, and and it goes on and on and on.
Then after that, that's when you start work.
Around the 8 o'clock area, we
8
try to hit the road,
Okay.
and each site has a job coordinator, and that person's job is get your group together. Make sure everybody knows everybody. Then you have certain equipment that you need to acquire. For example, one of the big things is I'm a big safety person.
Right.
I learned the hard way, and I'm going to pass it on.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, for example, first aid kit. Now, if you go to a job site, where are you going to put your first aid kit? Well, you're going to put it on the driver's seat of the job coordinator's vehicle. Everybody in that group knows exactly where that first aid kit is.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody in the group knows that they have to drink water. They have to drink liquid. We try to provide different kinds of beverages like Gatorade and things on this order. The Coca-Cola company one year sent us a pickup truckload of drinks
Really?
at no cost.
You got to hydrate yourself when you're out there.
Oh, yes.
Especially in
Yes.
that heat.
Yes. Usually, isn't it neat how L.E.A.F always falls on the hottest week of the season?
Boy, last year was terrible.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so great. And the residents are always so, they're just so cordial. They're so accepting. They'll find a picnic table for you to sit at and put it under the shade for you to take breaks and things and everything. They go out of their way.
Two things I want to, for those out there that might not know what L.E.A.F means.
Okay.
Can you give out the definition of
Sure.
that?
L.E.A.F is L-E-A.F, loving equally all families. 10 years ago, when three guys sat down to start to talk about a dream, and it took a year just to get that dream into action. But at that time, that stood for Lakeview, East, Amboy, and the mothership.
I don't know.
I can't read. I've said it, New Leaf, so many times I can't remember
I know.
it now. But anyway, right behind McDonald's there. So first
Federal.
First Methodist.
First Methodist.
Yeah, it was first. So that was L-E-A-F. That's how it started, because there were representatives from each building, and each building contributed X amount of dollars. We started out with $2,500.
I remember you telling me that.
Do you realize out of 10 years, we have had 1 year that $2,500 wasn't in the bank at the end of the week?
Really?
We've had 1 year.
Now you went to just L.E.A.F because of the merger, right?
Yes.
Of the
Yeah,
Methodist
the
churches.
vital merger, yes, of the three buildings.
The other thing I want to ask you, Lonnie, before I take a break,
Yes.
is you have the breakfast, then do you break at lunch, noon? Just like,
Your lunch is delivered right to your site.
It's delivered to the site.
to the site.
And that's where the family member is invited to have lunch.
And everybody gets together, they sit down, they have their lunch, they chit chat for a while. And before we go on break, I need to say, I was unpacking some boxes the other day and I about fell over. I couldn't believe it. If we come to your home and do some work, I try to find out what kind of a Bible you might like.
Right, right.
I found 3 Bibles that were supposed to have been given out last year. During the the hazy, crazy day of the last day, that got overlooked. So I need to deliver 3 Bibles this week, and I will do so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So
So any denomination, you would get those Bibles? Is that what you
we
mean?
have any denomination. We have we're able to get, if you want a Bible from the Lutheran building, we have that. We can get that. The Catholic building,
Really?
the Methodist building. Each church has just they're all talking to the same guy.
Right,
But each one is just a little bit different in wording,
right.
is basically all it is.
Okay, all right.
So,
As I mentioned, if you have any questions about this, feel free to call in. Lonnie would certainly like to hear from you and know what's on your mind. And all you have to do is give us a call. 593-7181 is our number. Lonnie, I'm going to turn it back over to you because I'm sure you got a lot of information in front of
Yes.
yourself there.
well, if you'd like to get an application for a request for some assistance, you can get them online with the website at L.E.A.F United Methodist Church, or you can get them at the library or at the Human Resource Center, and they're available. Please get them and fill them out and send them in. We consider each and every application. We do our very best to do as many as we can and whatnot.
Have you picked any yet?
No, we haven't. We're accepting the applications, and what we'll do is the core group, that are the people that meet all year round. Okay, they'll get together, and we'll put a piece of tape on the table, and we put down safety, weather, and so on, and we sort all of our applications out by this.
I got you.
Okay. Then we go through each group. It's a very lengthy process. We'll spend several evenings just trying to decide what jobs we're going to do.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I had no idea that's how that
Excuse me.
worked.
Yes, that's how we do it. And it's not a one-person decision. It's an entire core group. Of the core group, you have about 15 people that meet monthly,
Okay.
the year round.
Okay.
And we don't stop at the end of L.E.A.F. We meet the second Tuesday of every month, and the next Tuesday, right after the project, we go in, what we do right, what we do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chalkboard for each, and we write them down. And the right, we erase. The wrong, we highlight. We want to work on that. We
Okay.
want to improve.
I would imagine that with that 1 week, it's almost like that television program, Extreme Makeover, where they have
Yes,
only
it
so
is.
many days to do things. You're really facing some deadlines here. You'd have to be pretty precision, have everything pretty well planned out so you can meet those deadlines, correct?
What we do is, once we make the decision of the job we're going to do, then we'll come to the resident and we'll say, this is what we can do for you.
Okay.
And we'll have it listed on a piece of paper, and you'll sign the agreement that this is what we're going to do. We've had in the past where we're doing a job and a sweet lady would like to have something else done, and out of the kindness of hearts we end up doing at least 2 or 3 more jobs there that we're taking time away from another job.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is we're trying to get around to more jobs to help more people. So if you have 3 projects, we're going to do these 2 projects, and you agree to that. And then that's all there is to it. Then
So
we'll-
if she comes back to you and says, I got these 2 other ones, I can't do that.
I'm
really.
sorry, we can't help you.
Okay.
Well,
That's fair. That's
You
fair.
know, we can try, but I just don't know.
Sure.
But we take these 2 jobs and we say, this is what we're going to need for materials to get this job done. I'm going to need 3 gallons of paint. I'm going to need 6 brushes. I'm going to need 3 rollers, whatever it takes, ladders and whatever it takes. Okay, the week prior to the L.E.A.F project, we'll start delivering to the residents that we're going to work on. And you'll see around town, you'll see piles of lumber in the front yard or the side yard or something like that, or you'll see ladders laying and things on this order. That's so when the job site coordinator arrives, most of his materials are in place already.
Okay.
He doesn't have to waste time waiting for me because I forget, and waiting for me to come over and bring in materials. They're already there. So you're looking at,
Never thought of that either.
that takes part of the logistic nightmare away when you have that
Sure.
advance notice. A deck. We're going to pressure wash your deck and we're going to stain it. Okay. That means you can't pressure wash at 9 o'clock in the morning and start staining at noon.
It's got to dry.
It's got to dry. So the week prior to, we have a crew that gets together. They go out with the pressure washers and they'll pressure wash the deck so that by the time leaf week gets here, it's ready to go.
What about the stain? I mean, does the property owner have to buy that stain?
No. We ask the property owners if they want to donate, that's fine. If you want to help pay for your materials, if you're able to, that's wonderful. We gladly accept this. It's a donation. But we have it set up with Home Depot and with J&R Lumber. And what they do is we get a discount. You know, when you walk in and you order 150, 200 gallon of paint,
Right.
they deliver that to you on a semi. Then it's all stacked by job site in the hallway. And then, you know, they give you a discount on that. I can buy paint cheaper for that than you can.
Right, right. Now, just to ask a question that maybe somebody out there is wondering, you're going to paint a deck. What if they have a certain stain that they want to use, or color, you know what I mean? Did they have a pick of that, or?
Usually we'll come around and we'll bring a color chart with us, a stain or a paint color chart, and I'll say, Pat, what color did you want that? Pick your color.
No kidding. Okay, I didn't know if they had any say whatsoever on it.
Yes. And the same if we're a single story, if we're doing a garage roof or something that's a single story, I'm going to ask you, what color shingles do you want?
Okay.
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 And that's exactly what we're going to do.
I think you told me, you or your son told me a couple of years ago that you actually made wheelchair ramps.
Yes.
For a lady and there was a lady that couldn't get out of her house. She was actually stranded inside the house. You guys went in and fixed it, and it got her a chance to get outside again. You remember that story?
Oh, yes. You know, there are things you remember from years past. Many things.
Yeah.
And usually there's one that stands out every year. And, you know, you can go back, I can go back to the elderly lady that was unable to hang her curtains because she was afraid to get on a ladder. And she called and asked if somebody could help her. You know, she never even applied. Well, you can't say no.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a lady, another resident that had been stranded in their house, was unable to get out, had been in the house for close to a year, hadn't been able to get out. Went in, we put on a deck and a ramp for her, and the first place she came to in close to a year was our closing dinner for the L.E.A.F project.
Oh, she made it?
And she did make it to dinner.
Great.
Yes. So exciting.
Yeah.
We've had everything from major house repairs that we actually changed our complete project around to cover that repair. And we've had things that you run into that you just can't believe. But one person in the community, and this is in our community now, I got a hole in my kitchen floor. Do you think you could patch it for me? Sure, we'll take a look at it. Went in and took a look. I don't know how this lady worked in her kitchen, but she walked on the floor joists in front of her stove in her kitchen. There was no floor.
Oh my God.
She was walking on the 2x10s or 8s or whichever they were.
Yeah, right.
And she's stepping on these, cooking and everything. How do you do that?
Oh Lord, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Waiting to happen, yeah. And of course, she was so excited that we were there to fix it. You know, and you know, things like this. These are things that come up every year, each year.
Amazing. L.E.A.F does so much good for this town.
Yes.
I'm really glad to hear all the things that the city's working with you. and the people are willing to even donate back. That's a good thing.
Well, you know, I can't say enough about our community. AM Live, we've been on AM Live every year.
Yeah.
Back when you were on the radio,
Yeah.
we were on AM
Yeah.
Live, and what a support! What a way to get our word out to the public.
Oh, we appreciate it.
It just doesn't get any better.
I'm hoping that you'll be coming back before we get into this in July, because that'll give us updates on where we're at and where we're going. And
Hey, by the way, that's quite a flycatcher you got outside there.
you noticed, huh?
Wow! What an improvement!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that is a large unit, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Took all night to put that.
I'll bet you that gets doubles the reception and everything.
It does. It does
for
a
the
lot of
facility.
good. Yeah,
Oh,
the
great.
boys worked really hard.
Oh, that was a hard night.
Yeah.
That was a cold night.
Cold night and a stormy night, and it was terrible out there.
But we had a meeting with Jim Suplee that day. And,
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and he was working all night out there, and the
Yeah, he
poor
was
guy, he showed up. He was ready for winter. He was dressed for the weather.
They had their long underwear on.
Yeah.
Actually, it was funny because Andy put a camera in that window to photograph it. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, Suplee must have been pretty tired because he walked up to the cameras making all kinds of faces at it. We ran it on the show.
Why should he be any different?
Yeah.
He got a chance.
He might be the boss, but we're going to still get him on the show.
We're going to zing it.
But anyway, I really appreciate you coming in, Lonnie. Anything else that we need to cover today?
Well, if you'd like to contact somebody with the LEAF project and ask us about a project, ask us any questions, you can get a hold of Jeff Raines, for example, our coordinator. His number is 593-6344. 593-6344. You can get a hold of myself at 593-2871. That's 593-2871. You can get a hold of Penny Mitchell, who is our secretary. This girl, she puts out all the papers for us.
Let's take this call.
Oh.
Hi, you're on the air.
Yes, I'd like to know where you'd send a donation to.
Wow.
Oh, wonderful. You can send it to the New Leaf United Methodist Church if you would. And please mark on your envelope to note that it's for the LEAF project, and it will be put right in the bank from there.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you as well.
All right.
Wonderful.
That's very nice. That was a nice phone call. Penny Mitchell, did you get her
Penny
number?
Mitchell is 599-7325. That's 599-7325.
No, Penny.
What just took place here? A lady just called and wanted to know about a donation. Do you remember we came on? We had the year that I told you we didn't have the $2,500 in the bank. Mm-hmm. That's the year we came on AM Live and we ran this little mini telethon thing. And do you know what? The community actually started the LEAF project that year for us.
Yeah, I remember.
Just fantastic. You know, just fantastic.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Hi, Pat. Good morning, Lonnie.
Good morning.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, did you happen to say that you only do painting on single-story homes?
I'm sorry. Can I?
Do you only do painting on single-story homes?
Yes, we do.
Only single, though?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, that's all
Yeah,
right.
the
Thanks
insurance
a lot.
company says we're not allowed to get up in the world.
I can understand that. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you for
Michelle.
calling.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That's a good question.
Wonderful question.
They are governed now by insurance companies, or won't let them go up onto the second story there. So.
Well, we can stand there and look at them anyway.
Yeah.
And wish we could.
This is good stuff. I'm going to have you give those numbers one more time, all three of them.
Okay. Jeff Raines at 593-6344. Lonnie Hutchins at 593-2871. Or Penny Mitchell at 599-7325. If you have any questions, please give us a call. If you're a church looking for something to do for your group, to do a mission in the community, please give us a call. Come on in. You don't have to, it's not a major happening. It's just a great time to be together and a great time to work for our Lord.
Very good. Lonnie Hutchins, ladies and gentlemen, please, he'll be back. If you have any questions when he comes back, you can ask him about
See, was it
anything.
Mickey Mouse that said, "I shall return"?
I think I might have been.
Yeah.
Okay.